What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So the Blazers get another one. 125, 117 in a great back and forth game. I started watching like late in the first quarter, but I pretty much started covering it in the second quarter. And for the Spurs, man, Marcus Aldridge, he was doing his thing in that first, mostly in the first quarter, but he did pretty well in the first half. He finished up with 16 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. And then Trey Lyles, man, that boy was balling. We just kept leaving him wide open, and it was pretty frustrating in the first half. Even in the third quarter too, they just kept leaving him wide open, but they definitely corrected that in the fourth quarter. But Trey Lyles, he finished up with 14 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, and he had 6 rebounds. Forbes, he finished up 8 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Got fouled on a 3-pointer from CJ. CJ ended up having 5 fouls tonight. That was crazy to me. Forbes had an assist and 2 turnovers. And the Spurs, they were up 8 after the first quarter, but Blazers played very well in that second quarter, and they closed the gap down to 59-60 in favor of the Spurs at halftime. But for the Spurs, they go 47% from the field, they go 53% from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. They dished out 16 assists, grabbed 20 rebounds, 3 offensive, and they only have 3 turnovers. And they also have 12 bench points, which is a big key for the Blazers tonight as well, was their bench. In the second quarter, Dame, he was doing his thing. He went for 14 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, had a rebound, 5 assists, and had 2 turnovers. CJ was also doing his thing. He finished up with 11 points on 5 of 9 from the field. He goes 1 of 4 from 3, had a rebound, assist, a turnover, and a block. And then Simons came in and started cooking off the bench. He goes for 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. And then Whiteside, he was doing his normal beast mode in the rebound department. And he finished up 8 points, 4 of 6 from the field, goes for 10 rebounds, had 2 turnovers and a block. And then in the half, Blazers shoot 54% from the field, 35% from 3, go only 0 of 1 from the free throw line, which was crazy to me. There was a couple times that Melo got fouled and they weren't calling it. And it was pretty much the whole game, and it pretty much disgusted me. But Blazers dish out 11 assists, 24 rebounds, have 3 offensive, have 6 turnovers, but they get 20 bench points. So the bench was cooking tonight, and it was mostly led by both Simons, especially in the second quarter, and then Gary Trent Jr. in that fourth quarter, who was amazing, going 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. But we'll get to that later. In that third quarter, Spurs come out really well. Trey Lyles, he's lighting it up. He goes for 21 points, 8 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, had 8 rebounds and 2 steals. And like I said, the Blazers just kept leaving him wide open, and he was cashing them things. So can't really blame him for what he was doing out there on the court. DeRozan, he came along with him. He had 19 points, but he had 14 shots to get there. So he went 5 of 14, had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a turnover, and 3 steals. And then LaMarcus, he kind of slowed down, but he had 18 points on 8 of 18 from the field, goes 2 of 6 from 3, had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a turnover, a steal, and a block. And a lot of that slowdown was because of Hassan Whiteside's defense tonight against him. In that third quarter, Spurs shoot 46% from the field, 41% from 3, 19 of 21 from the free throw line, which was pretty much their saving grace, really, because the Blazers really didn't catch up in the free throw department. They go for 20 assists, 32 rebounds, 6 offensive, and have 4 turnovers. For the Blazers, Dame goes 21 points, 8 of 18 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 7 assists, but he had 6 turnovers. So they were they were trapping him a lot, and he was getting a lot of his passes deflected and whatnot, and so that led to a lot of turnovers in that third quarter. That also helped the Spurs go up by by 6. CJ, he had 16 points on 7 of 16 from the field, so he's not shooting it well. He goes 1 of 5 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, a turnover, and a block. Melo, he started cooking in that third quarter a little bit. He had 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, goes 2 of 4 from 3, has 5 rebounds and 2 assists. For the quarter, Blazers shoot 50% from the field, 35% from 3-point land. They go 7 of 10 from the free throw line. They grab 41 rebounds, 8 of those offensive, but they have 11 turnovers, and a lot of that was contributed to Dame, like I was saying. And that was mostly in that third quarter. I think he had 4 turnovers in that third quarter alone. But the Spurs are up 92-86 to go into the fourth. And then in the fourth quarter, Trey Lyles, he cooled off a little bit. He only scored 2 points in the quarter, but he goes for 23 points, 9 of 11 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 10 rebounds and 2 steals, and that's definitely his season high this year. No doubt in my mind, because I don't remember him having any 20-point games, to be honest. So Trey Lyles did his thing tonight, and he kept them in this game for sure. DeMar DeRozan, he finished up with 21 points, 6 of 16 from the field, goes 7 rebounds, 6 assists, a turnover, and 3 steals. LaMarcus, he scored 2 points in the quarter to finish up with 20, but he shoots 23 times to get that. He goes 9 of 23 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, grabbed 8 rebounds, dished out 3 assists, had a turnover, 2 steals, and a block. Patty Mills off the bench, he did his thing, and he contributed 14 points. Also, Derek White, he contributed 15 points off the bench. And total, the Spurs have 38 bench points, which they beat the Blazers by 2. So that's big news for the Blazers. If they get that type of production from the bench, it's going to be very interesting the rest of the way through for the Blazers. So in the fourth, CJ gets his 5th foul with about 7:19 to go, and Trent Jr. comes in and he shines from the 3-point land. Like I was saying, he went 4 of 4 from 3 in that quarter, and the Blazers as a whole, they go 9 of 10 in the fourth quarter, and then the defense was just insane. Whiteside had 2 blocks on LMA on 2 of his patented fadeaways. Whiteside was just big time tonight, man. He was a very, very big part of this win tonight. So general salute to Whiteside. The game numbers for the Blazers, Dame, he leads the way with 26 points, 9 of 20 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 10 assists, and he had 7 turnovers. Melo got him another dub. He goes for 20 points, 8 of 15 from the field, goes 4 of 7 from 3, grabbed 8 rebounds and dished out 4 assists, so he had an excellent game. And I thought he would have a nice little matchup against Trey Lyles, and I was definitely right on that one. CJ, he goes 19 on 8 of 19 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 6 assists, a turnover, and a block. And then Whiteside, huge game, 17 points, 8 of 10 from the field, goes 23 rebounds, an assist, 2 turnovers, a steal, and 4 blocks. And like I was said earlier, he had 2 of those blocks on LaMarcus Aldridge in that fourth quarter. So general salute to Whiteside and how he played on both ends tonight. Trent Jr., 18 points, 6 of 7 from 3, goes 4 assists and had a block. So big game from Trent Jr. Every shot he took looked like it was in rhythm and it was going down, and for the most part they did, and it was very solid in that fourth quarter. When CJ went out, it was just seamless, like there was nothing was missing, you know what I mean, on the offensive end. And then he was also playing good defense against like Forbes and White when they would try to attack the basket or go for 3. He was playing very good defense. For the Blazers, they shoot 53% from the field, 49% from three, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 28 assists. I think that might be a season high. If it's not, it's close. They grab 50 rebounds, 9 offensive. They have 12 turnovers, and they also have 36 bench points, like I said. So they beat us by 2 points. And I believe that the Spurs have the best bench in terms of like point production and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not them, then it's going to be the Clippers or someone like that. But this was a huge win. Must win. Blazers got the season series against the Spurs, so if we end up finishing with the same record, we win that tiebreak to get it back into the playoffs, you know what I mean? Because I definitely see the Spurs being there, you know what I mean? Challenging us and the other teams that are kind of on our heels, and Memphis, who are a little bit ahead of us. I think they'll still be right there. They're going to be a problem, so I definitely look forward to seeing how this season finishes up. I don't really have much else to say. The Blazers get a dub. Got Utah tomorrow. Spurs, they have the Kings on Saturday in Sacramento. So looking forward to both of those games. But this is your boy P Money. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my supporters. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm off this.